The magician invites both Susan Sausage and Margaret Madison to select and sign a playing card of their free choice. Seamless. Once both of those playing cards are signed, the magician takes them and continues. With 2 signed playing cards, I take the signed 6 of spades to my pocket. In a very simple moment of distraction, using the Sharpie, I am able to switch the cards. If the 6 of spades is here, then the card in my pocket has to be the Ace of Hearts. It is not. The Ace of Hearts actually never left my hand. I am Daniel Madison. This is Relapse. Both playing cards can then be handed out for immediate inspection, where the participants are invited to respond accordingly. I am Daniel Madison and this is Relapse.
Three, 2, 1.
Don't you think it's bizarre how we all decided to wear the same vest today? With 2 signed playing cards, I take the signed 6 of spades to my pocket. In a very simple moment of distraction, using the Sharpie, I am able to switch the cards. If the 6 of spades is here, then the card in my pocket has to be the Ace of Hearts. It is not. The Ace of Hearts actually never left my hand. I am Daniel Madison. This is Relapse. I am Daniel Madison, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Thank for choosing to spend a bit more time with me, Charlie Madison, Margaret Madison and Susan Sausage for this video. Yes, the whole family's here and this is arguably my best card trick ever. There are many card tricks in my career that I've sat on for a long time, not wanting to share them, wanting to keep them for myself. This is one of those tricks that I perform every single time I use playing cards, and I've gone to extreme lengths to make sure I don't perform this on film or in front of other magicians. I've sat on this one for 20 years and I think now is the right time to finally share it. It's a transposition. It's a card to pocket. You only need 2 playing cards and both those playing cards can be signed 2 different people. This is a mother swear word miracle. The idea that you can this easily mislead your audience into believing that they're one step ahead of you, meanwhile you're deceiving them in the biggest way with the smallest items, 2 simple single playing cards. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm Daddy Madison. Grab yourself a deck of playing cards and a Sharpie. This is Relapse. Relapse, let's get straight to it. 2 playing cards. The 6 of spades really does go in my pocket. We keep hold of the Ace of Hearts. By the time it takes me to distract you with a Sharpie pen, the cards appear to have switched places. I'm now holding the 6 of spades. That means the card in my pocket must be the Ace of Hearts. It's not. It's still the 6 of spades because the Ace of Hearts never left my hand. I'm Daniel Madison. This is Relapse. Here's how it works. When you break this trick down, it is actually very simple. The timing, the pacing, the body language and the behavior and the things that you say, they are the most important parts of this trick. The mechanics, the technique, the way that you achieve this is relatively, in comparison, it's relatively easy. And we really do only use 2 playing cards. So you can have any 2 playing cards freely named, freely selected, freely signed by 2 different people, and you don't need anything else. You do need something. I do believe that there needs to be a moment of distraction in this, and you'll discover why when we get to it. So, for me, they've just signed these playing cards. Both Susan and Margaret have both just signed these playing cards, so I leave the Sharpie close by. Otherwise, you can have something silly or a drink or whatever's close by. For me, the pen goes down. I hold the 2 playing cards. Now, when I'm doing this for magicians, and I don't advise that you show magicians tricks, but when I'm doing this for magicians, I handle it like this and I say, look, the 6 of spades goes in my pocket. And then at this point I say, no, it really does. For real people, for lay people, they want to see it as fairly as possible. Anybody does. So I'm going to hold them up like this, and you have to follow me with the body language, because you might not take me seriously. I'm not messing around. Everything I'm doing is very well practiced. This trick is almost 20 years old, and it's taken me all this time to build up the, not courage, but the idea that I want to share this miracle. It's been a difficult decision, but now that my YouTube's kind of doing well, I think it's a good time to share my best trick ever. So everything I'm saying, please pay attention. I'm holding the playing cards like this. I'm going to put the 6 of spades in my pocket. Now I let it fall into my hand. As it's going to my pocket, I'm already working it into a gambler's cop. Now, by now, I assume that most people watching this video know what a gambler's cop is. I've gone over it a few times on this video, and there's a masterclass on my website, but essentially it's a palming technique where you palm a playing card so that it looks like this. So it's hanging out the back, but from the front you can't see it. Do I need to go over this? Probably not for about 80% of people watching, but we will get up close and I'll show you everything that's happening. But what's happening, the 6 is going to go already into a gambler's cop on the way to my pocket. So essentially, I'll stop saying the word essentially, it's a weird word. So the card's going to kind of go from here, fall into my hand, into a very open hand, so it looks like nothing's going on. Really, I'm kind of working it back towards the back of my hand so that I can grip it in this position. So it can be here. I call my hand now, it's in the gambler's cop as I put it into my pocket, so I'm already ready. Otherwise you have to get it, put it in your pocket, and now get it into a gambler's cop and then come back, because that's what you're doing. You're going to take this to your pocket, it goes into a gambler's cop now, I pretend to put it in my pocket, then I bring my hand back with the card palmed in it, with the card hidden in my hand. That's probably the biggest moment in this trick, is that very first part. Now, I'm wearing my robe. You can use pretty much any pocket that's on this side, which is on the palm inside. I usually use my butt cheek pocket. I believe that's what it's called. So with the 6, I would show it. Meanwhile, I'm still holding it. It's very important that you're holding this card up too. So I go from here, I go around to my pocket, a simple down. I'm not going in it. A simple down and then up to bring my hand out to make you believe that I put something in my pocket. Don't actually have to go in there. I do like the idea of big pockets on the side or in the front, because this is a gambler's cop. You don't want to really go in an inside jacket pocket, because then you have to pull your hand out in a very weird way. So we're going to work with this pocket, with my robe pocket for now. So I go down here. It's now in a gambler's cop. I bring my hand back as if it's empty. I do not rush this card to this hand. What's going to happen now, the 6 of spades is going to come up. I need a justification to put this card now in this hand, in the dirty hand. It goes over the top like so. As I go to pick the pen up, your participant, your audience will follow this hand. They don't care about this at the minute. All they've seen, you've put a 6 of spades in your pocket. This hand is empty as far as they're concerned. You're just transferring this card over to this hand as you go to do the next step. So in their mind, this part, when you put this card here, that's not even a step, so they're not really going to register it too much. And the reason I'm reiterating this is you don't want to do what I can feel a lot of people might want to do. The 6 of spades goes here, it's in the palm now, it's hidden right here. You don't want to put this card on top and then straighten up straight away. You don't want to run, because no one's looking yet, no one's looking for anything. So when you bring this hand back with the 6 palm in it, you want to just hold it very naturally, very normally, making sure that you don't flash this card, don't show it to anybody. So the card, for me, I usually keep it shown forward like this for quite some time. That's why I say hold it up like this. Right here, the ace is staying up here because if I do this, if I say ace-6, and now if I put this in my pocket, you might be a little bit confused as to which card's which. Whereas if it's completely on display, it does a few things. One, it allows this card to sink in. It allows this card to be on your mind when you know that the other card's in my pocket. So you don't have to question what this card is. You see it right till the very end. You can avoid so much confusion with people who might say, I can't remember which card you put in your pocket. It does happen. So here, cards in my pocket, I bring my hand back, I leave it showing for as long as I can. At the very last moment, I put it face down very naturally in this hand. You might think this is a good opportunity to square these cards up, which is the next step, but no. You have to think about the right time. You have to get the timing perfect. So the ace goes into this hand like this, very relaxed. I'm not going to straighten up the deception yet. I'm not going to clean up. I leave it like this. As this hand goes to get the Sharpie, I now allow in fact, I'll move closer. I now, from this position, I put the ace on top. As I go get the pen, I allow the card to relax and work its way down. Use finger 1 to push it into position. And finger 1 with finger 3 and 4 are pushing these two cards against the clunge of my hand. Finger 1 is going to press down and straighten up, so I know that these cards are straight. This whole situation feels weird, it feels wrong, but from the front it doesn't look wrong, it just looks like you're holding onto the card. So now in this position, this allows me to get back to my position. This allows me to pinch both playing cards with finger 1 and the thumb in the corner and do this. I allow them to bounce up out of my hand like this so that I can display them like this. Pause for a second. Why am I displaying the cards like that? Why not do this over the top like this, making sure that they're square? Why not hold it in a different way? You have to hold it like this. First of all, from the beginning, recap, we hold the playing cards like this. This is why it's important. We hold the playing cards like this. So right from the start, we embed this image into their mind, even if they're aware of it or not. Psychologically, this is how you hold playing cards to them. If we, throughout the performance, if we hold playing cards like this, and they get used to that, and then at some point we start holding playing cards like this, alarm bells start ringing and they will start to question it. Whereas if they see it like this, whether it registers or not, if they see us holding playing cards like this, and then at that dirty moment where we clean up and we hold it like this again, nobody's going to question it because they know that that's how you hold playing cards. That's the first part. So the second part is we've squared them up. I do this and I show this card. I'm showing it at my fingertips, which proves there's only one playing card in a bizarre way. Proves there's only one playing card. The bounce allows me to do it again. It's natural. It's a very kind of flick bounce to show you. 6 of spades. If the 6 of spades is here, you're stood like this with a card at your fingertips. It's crazy because they've just switched. Nobody is going to want to look beyond this at the minute because they want to know where the other card is. If the cards are here and we clean up, I move the pen, I come over and I go like this, and then I come and do a bounce, it looks weird at that point. If you do it to start with, a very kind of natural behavioral reasoning motive, it's very behavioral, it doesn't need explaining because it's part of your persona, I guess, body language. So when I've straightened up, I do this. They see it, it sinks in, it's at my fingertips, so it can't be deceptive. If the 6 of spades is here, then the card in my pocket already, before you even direct people to your pocket, people are already thinking. There's that saying, the mind repairs the fractures that the magician creates in reality. So you're inviting the audience to lie to themselves. They're the ones telling the story. They're filling in the blanks without you saying anything. Because you just showed them the Ace of Hearts. And a moment later, they're now seeing the Ace of Spades. That means the card in your pocket. Oh my God, this is a brilliant trick. This guy's got a brilliant trick. They think it's over at that point. They think that the ace is in your pocket and then that's the trick. And that's another thing, another reason why they relax at this point, why no one's going to want to check this. They just want clarification. They want the end point, they want the punchline where you take the ace of hearts out, and because it's a punchline, because they already know what's coming, because I've seen this one before, like most people say, they relax and they don't question it too much. It's a beautiful kind of a web of deception that's happening that allows them to just do it for themselves. You don't have to lie to them because they're the ones doing it. You're in this position, because I've already bounced it out of my hand, it allows me to do it again. So I bounced up, 6 of spades. If the 6 of spades is here, now when I put it down here, I'm going to steal the 6 of spades, but I hide it in the idea that I do this, that I handle playing cards like this. So bounce, show, if the 6 of spades is here, I then come down here, I'll move in closer again, I then come down here, and the thumb on the back, fingers 1 and 2 on the front, as I come down, I just push the bottom card forward and I pull the top card back with my thumb, allowing 1 centimeter overlap, so that I can go from here, overlap into my hand, my thumb then, I'm waiting for the focus, my thumb as I steal can then do this, and it looks like a very natural move. So from here, I say, look, if the 6 of spades is here, then the card in my pocket, and that's the switch, that's the steal, should I say. So, and this isn't really, this isn't a palming technique as such, it's simply just, so from the beginning, the ace here, straighten up, 6 of spades, 6. If the 6 of spades is here, it's very difficult to show from the angle. I should be in this angle. So 6. I push that 6 forward like this. And I say if the 6 of spades is here, and I'm kind of almost gambler's cop, kind of a lateral modified. There's no word for it other than just hiding it in your hand, and I guess that's the whole point of a palm. I'm going to hide that 6 in my palm in the best way I can. And it's all about knowing where your eye line is, where your audience eye line is, knowing what they're looking at, controlling what they're looking at, more importantly, controlling what they're not looking at. So when I steal that 6, I already know that they're looking in different places, but I don't want them to look at this hand. So if I did this and then went to my pocket, it's weird, it looks like you're up to no good. So you want this hand to be as relaxed as possible. That's why we shouldn't call it a gambler's cop or a lateral something or a modified this, you know, you're just hiding it in your hand. So for me, it's kind of, it's sticking out a little bit in different directions. I just know that I can hide it comfortably like this, as well as go into my pocket with a very relaxed, empty looking hand. So from the front, 6, the 6 of spades is here, which I just took it away. This hand looks very natural on its way to my pocket. There's a card in it. I've got a position where I can open my fingers and make it look like it really came out of that pocket, which is the last stage of the trick. So ace goes on top, you move the sharp, you distract them. By the time you've done that, you can show the 6 for a moment, for a beat. If the 6 is here, then that means the card in my pocket must be, actually it's still the 6 of spades, because the ace of hearts never left my hand. You start clean, you end clean, and there's only a few kind of worrisome moments where the card is palmed, so you come back, it's palmed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe about 7 seconds or maybe 10 seconds of deception, of a dirty moment. I say that as my stomach rumbles. Oof. 10 seconds of a dirty moment where you've got to worry about what you're hiding. I used to do this with, I'd use the deck, I'd have the deck in my hand, and I hid this idea in a few different places, but I never wanted to share up until this point. I think I've covered everything. I'm kind of learning to precisely and accurately narrow all this important information down into a video that makes everybody happy. Some people don't like the long videos. I don't want them to be too short, and I think I got everything in that section. So, and I don't even believe I need to do a recap. So let's go to the outro. Thanks for being patient with me. Oh, I'm so hungry. I need some sausages. That was Relapse. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you love performing as much as I do. And if you do use it, if you use it on YouTube, on the social networks, tag me. I want to see it. I want to see how well you perform, and I want to see what you do with my work as well. I don't know if you noticed, but I try not to give away too much patter, too much scripting, because I think Although at some points, in some cases, with some tricks, it's very important. A lot of what you're doing can revolve around your trickery. I do like to encourage and promote your own creativity. I like to encourage you to be creative and come up with your own script. And we're all so different and unique, and we all perform so differently that you should take these tricks, take the mechanics of them, make them your own. And I think this one allows for that so much more. So I guess when I'm giving away, when I'm teaching my card tricks, my magic, my deceptions, I'm handing it over so it's not mine, it becomes yours. And I hope that this one does become yours, Relapse. I'll be back soon with some more smashing tutorials. Just make sure that you're subscribed so that you get notified when my new tutorials drop. And that's promised, when we get to 100,000, I'm going to take you all out to the street. You're going to get to see all these tricks performed in the real world for real people. IRL. What does that even stand for? Thanks for being here. Thank for your time. I'm Daniel Madison. See you next time.